All right, SNU students, we all know that feeling, right? That little bit of panic mixed with excitement when course registration season rolls around. Well, get ready, because for spring 2026, things are going to look a little different. The whole system's getting a major update, and I'm here to walk you through exactly what's changing and how to nail it.
You've been there, I've been there. Staring at that clock, your fingers hovering over the keyboard, just praying you can click fast enough to get into that one class everyone wants. It's practically a university sport. But the university has noticed that maybe it wasn't the fairest system, so they're changing the game to really level the playing field for everybody. Okay, let's just be real for a second. We have all seen messages like this in a group chat, right? This is the exact problem SNU is trying to fix. This whole underground market of reselling or trading course spots. You know the deal. A student with a spot in a packed class coordinates with a friend, they drop it at a super specific time, and their friend snags it instantly. So, to put a stop to all that, SNU is rolling out a brand new system. And its main goal, its entire purpose, is to block that kind of real-time trading. The idea is that when a spot opens up, everyone, not just one person with an inside tip, has a fair shot at getting it. Let's dig into how it actually works. So, here's the absolute biggest change. They are splitting up the act of dropping a class from adding a class. On the left, you see the old way. You could cancel a class and someone else could register for it in the exact same window. That's what made trading so easy. But now, with the new way on the right, there's a built-in delay. First, the system processes all the cancellations, and only after that do those empty seats become available for anyone and everyone to register for. This really shows you the difference. Before, one person's cancellation was basically a direct handoff to someone else. But now, that direct link is completely broken. The key is, you can't cancel a course during the time when vacant seats are up for grabs. That one simple rule change is a total game changer.
Okay, so it all boils down to 3 core changes. First, there's a 10-minute freeze right before the vacancy registration opens. Everything stops. This gives the system time to collect all the spots that have just been dropped. Second, during the actual vacancy period, you can only register for classes. You can't drop anything. This prevents any kind of on-the-fly manipulation. And third, to make up for these little pauses, they're extending the final registration closing time by 30 minutes, which is pretty nice.
All right, so we get the why and the how of the new system. Now let's get down to business. Knowing the dates is half the battle, right? So let's walk through the official timeline for spring 2026 so you can get these dates in your calendar. First up, let's talk to our current and returning students. Your timeline comes first. So for you guys, the course cart period is January 27th and 28th. Then, the main event, the first-come, first-served registration, kicks off on January 30th and runs through February 3rd. Seriously, go ahead and mark those down right now. And now, a huge welcome to all of our new freshmen and transfer students. We're so excited to have you. Your registration timeline is going to be a little bit different, so listen up. Your course cart period is on February 19th and 20th, with your main registration days on February 24th and 25th. And here's a pro tip. Since this is your first time, you should absolutely check out the mock registration period. It's a great way to get a feel for the system with zero pressure. Okay, this next part is for everybody. The course change or add/drop period. It's broken into 2 rounds. The first one is before the semester starts on February 26th and 27th. The second one is after classes have already begun, from March 3rd to the 9th. And here's a super important detail. During these periods, vacant spots will become available for registration 3 times per day.
Getting the dates right is a huge part of it, but there are a few other essential rules you absolutely have to know. Think of these as the pro tips, the insider info that's going to help you build that perfect schedule without any headaches.
So, you see this big number? 21? What's that all about? Well, for most undergrads, the maximum number of credits you can take is 18. But if your GPA from the last 2 regular semesters was a 3.3 or higher, you get a reward. You're eligible to register for up to 21 credits, a little bonus for all that hard work.
Ever think about retaking a class? Here's the official rule. You can retake any course where you got a C+ or lower. But just remember, there's a cap. The highest grade you can possibly get the second time around is an A0, so keep that in mind.
Oh man, this is the classic nightmare scenario, isn't it? You've got 2 classes that are absolutely essential for your major, and of course, they're scheduled at the exact same time. You might think you're just out of luck, but believe it or not, there is an official way to handle this.
Here's what you do. Step 1. You have to successfully register for one of those two classes online first. Step 2. Get approval, like in writing, from that course's professor. And then, Step 3. Armed with that approval, you can apply for the second overlapping class through the My SNU portal.
And what about when that class you desperately need is totally full? That's where the quota exceeding request comes in. It's a three-step dance. First, you submit the request. Second, the instructor has to approve it. And third, and this is the part people always forget, you have to go back into the system and confirm your registration. If you miss that final step, you're not in the class. Don't forget it.
Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. We've gone over the new system, the timeline, and all the key rules. You are just about ready to go. So let's wrap this up with a quick final checklist, and most importantly, where to turn if you get stuck. If you run into any trouble, knowing who to call is key. For general questions about the system, your best bet is the Office of Academic Affairs. If it's a question about a specific course, contact that department directly. And for any technical problems, like you can't log in, the IT support team is who you want to call. Don't be shy about reaching out. Look, with all these changes, course registration should be more straightforward and fair for everyone. And now you've got all the info you need to navigate it like a pro. So you're ready. The only question left is, what's that #1 class you're going for this spring? Good luck, everybody.